receptions and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Talib, the corner, with a sack.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
Rodgers pass incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, good move. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Busby. And that will be incomplete.
The pass on third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 31-yard line.
From the 31, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
40-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, that drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Chicago.
So, Charles, here we are. Calendar is turned to November. And if you think about great performances that we have seen from this rookie class, look, this young quarterback, he's got to be right near the top of the list.
I would agree with that. And as you talk about the calendar turning, when I was in college, our coach always used to say that remember what you do in November, which meant the big push to the end of the season, headed towards a bowl game or a conference championship. Remember, he's got November and December coming up. Going to be a little bit longer. But I like where he is. I like his development. The pressure of being a high draft pick is no longer there. The pressure now is, can you guide your team towards a playoff spot? That's what he has to focus on now.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A nice completion there for the rookie. Now, Charles, leading up to this game, he was very direct with the media during the week. He basically said, hey, lean on me. I can carry this team. Smart move, or does that just put an unnecessary target on his back?
Well, I started grinning as you were talking to me and remembering what he had said about, hey, I can carry this team. And most of the time you don't want to hear that from a rookie. But when he's your quarterback and you're gearing up at this stage of the season, it's actually nice within the locker room to hear that kind of confidence, to know that he's ready to take on that challenge and pick up the ball and lead this team.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Again, Busby, and quickly into the hands of Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15, it's 1st and 10. The 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers take over first and 10.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
A gain of 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
With the handoff to Aaron.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
1st and 10. At their own 23.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives? So
we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. 1 play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd and 2, Busby. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
A gain of 14.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Busby. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
To the field goal of 28 yards.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw from his end zone. Busby. That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Busby. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Busby. And they work this out past the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, Busby. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
6-yard pickup.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats, because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Throwing on first down. Busby airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Texans who were able to come away with the road victory. 31-21, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 33-14, the final score. And then one more to highlight. Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half, and now 7 on the game. On 1st and 10, Busby. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Very quick pass to Ridley. And he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Goal, Chicago.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Operating for the gun. Busby looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Down by
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
on the play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
first down. Busby, and incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air on second down. Busby gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Intended for Jimmy Graham.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down Bears.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Busby gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though,
Absolutely.
who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself. And
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Busby. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw again, Busby. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Darrell Patterson, incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Busby. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
For the Bears field goal of 37.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
It's 24. Bears 16.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
On the return, it's Taylor. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Packers take over at 1st and 10. At their own 26.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Holding, receiving team.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Busby. Robinson's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing on 1st down. Busby, big hold of the 30. He finds Robinson. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 20.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Busby. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for
under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Busby. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
I can't believe they even let you play. 42's the money, boys.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Bears 24.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
On the return, it's Taylor. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So they come up here on... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 24. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Aaron Jones. That's good for a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess.
Rodgers pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
For the extra point.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
He was second and 10.
Alexander.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The second down.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up...
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
On the
now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rodgers on the keeper.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for Green Bay, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Yeah. When I hit that. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them.
My disappointment at not advancing to the Super Bowl was eased off by the fact that everyone around me thought I was all-star material. And the press conference gave me a chance to raise my profile even higher. The Pro Bowl may not have the same weight as a regular game, but the stakes are still high. This was a chance to shine one more time before I closed out my rookie year.
day, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2021 AFC-NFC Pro Bowl. It's the home team taking on the visiting team.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's caught. It's Edelman again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. First and 10. Busby. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack there by J.J. Watt. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
The second down pass.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
21 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
The first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
The first down pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown! Julio Jones, 40 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And hitting Juju on the slant. He's at the 30, 20. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 65 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Busby escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
34-yard line.
So here's this rookie quarterback getting his chance to show what he can do in this Pro Bowl. He didn't get his team to the playoffs this year. They came up a bit short. But still, you got to think the future incredibly bright for this young man. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
The first down pass.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
And a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Visitors 10. Our home team 7.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Now Dion Lewis to return. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I'd be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. A gain of 6 there on first.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Busby. Look up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Our home team, 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Busby. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's good.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Quick slant as the throw's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, Elliott. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
The tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's got Jack Doyle.
Complete.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. This goes all right to Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. He Gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Operating from the gun, Busby. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Not much there, only a yard.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw on second down, Busby. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and 2, Busby. And Robinson with a big catch. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Busby, complete to Jones. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Busby. Oh, almost had the rare interception. reception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will knot us up at 10.
The game at 10.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a 2nd down and 6. Again, Jackson. Crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Left side, Doyle with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen here, Mixon. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
13. Our home team, 10.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A field goal the difference, a tight one through 2 quarters, and we are back and underway for the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun. Busby. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The gun, Busby. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
On the play by Patrick Chung.
Try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Good for a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. Operating from the gun, Busby. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass
3 yards the gain there, second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Busby. It's complete to Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain. It's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Well, Some people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Pass complete to
and finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at it.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Mohamed Sanu. Incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now, this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really just kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th.
Visitors 13.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down, right near the 24. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, Busby. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Busby. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double and triple?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gonzalez to add the PAT. pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays.
Our home team 24, visitors 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Jackson on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Deion Jones. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. They do a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadro Diggs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
16 yards there, and it'll give them the 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down, Elliott. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but and it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Visitors 13. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Jackson now on 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Jackson on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Well, it's sadly that time of year again where we say goodbye to yet another incredible NFL season and reflect back on the players and moments that really stood out. For me, the player that stood out head and shoulders above the rest of the league was Tommy Matthews' old partner in crime, and boy, did he stand out. The guy was a walking highlight reel, making plays each and every week. If he keeps performing at an elite level like he did as a rookie, watch out, we could be talking about him as part of the NFL MVP conversation next season.
I couldn't put into words just how excited I was for my first ever NFL Honor Awards. Rookie of the Year is something you only get one shot at, and to be even mentioned amongst my contemporaries was an honor. The rest of that evening was a blur, but I held on to the trophy, felt the weight of it in my hands, and knew no matter what else happened in my career, I'd always have it to mark this special moment.
They threw everything at you that year, and yet you handled it like a pro. But your journey was just getting started. Take us through your next milestone.
A lot of league history is about rivalries between teams and players, and my career was no different.